Hi guys, welcome back to another word thingy of the day. Today's subject is violence. Why did I say it like that? Well, too late. The thing about violence is people think it's rising because of video games. Not all people, just some. But that's not the only reason. It's like picking a thimble out of an ocean. It's one thing in there, but there's like hundreds, maybe not even, maybe even thousands more of just random stuff in there. So you can't just blame it all on video games. There's actually been also studies done that show that video games can be helpful to people. I think what people are usually misguided by is that they think all video games are the same. That, like, Minecraft and something like Grand Theft Auto, that they're the same thing. They're not. That is a problem, actually, if you can guess. But, yeah, like, video games, they can be bad with, like, Grand Theft Auto, like I said earlier. But they can also be good with Minecraft. It's a pretty good one. Now, I would not suggest watching everything or downloading certain mods, but, like, just multiplayer or just single player, regular Minecraft. Pretty good. If you don't believe me still, here's some examples of other stuff that can be bad for a child. One example is just movies and shows. There's multiple that like a 5 or 7-year-old should not watch, like The Terminator. An AI that takes over the world and tries to wipe out humanity. That is not something a child needs to see, because that will just null them in the heart. It'll make them not feel empathy, probably, and it just overall will be bad for them. Another example in something that's less electronic is books. There's books that kids should not read, like The Cast of Monte Carlo. It should not be read by a child. It's by Edgar Allan Poe. Now, I do admit some of them are not that bad, but, like, that one literally has the character, or one of the characters, get sealed behind a wall to die. And he dies there. And it's not brought up for 50 years. Yeah, that is not something a child needs to see. It would definitely make them less empathetic. Another thing that does affect this would also be just bad parenting. I do get that sometimes you can't control what your kid watches or anything, or what they do, because they might go to a friend's house and see something they weren't supposed to, or do something they weren't supposed to. But there's still people who don't really care what their kids consume media-wise, and when they think that they're more violent, they'll blame it on video games or something. It's a mixture of video games and bad parenting and stuff. Just whatever. You have to keep a bit of a firm grip on electronic stuff with kids, like screen time. That's a good thing to have on, because it stops your kid from being able to watch everything in like 24 hours or something. I know you can't watch every single thing on YouTube in 24 hours or anything, but still, like, there's multiple problems that can happen if you don't have a firm grip on it. Losing sleep, from your child losing sleep, preferring to be on their phone instead of doing work. And, like, it's not all bad parenting, it's just sometimes the addiction of it. But that's why you have to have a good balance between, why you have to give your kid a good balance. Kids can't regulate themselves. They are horrible at it. As you know, It may be hard to believe, but I was a kid once. I still technically am. Or, that's debatable, but... Anyway, yeah, it's pretty bad. And that stuff kind of causes this whole rise of violence thing. Now, probably also a lot more people being born would cause it, but those are some of the major reasons. Another major reason, though, you could add is politics. Because, let's be honest, both sides in American politics hate each other. Like, if they could, they would just wipe out the other party. And this goes for both sides. I'm not going to stick up for either of them. But yeah, like, that causes hatred because there's multiple people who get too into politics and think if you don't believe in their ideology or whatever, you're stupid, that they should not care about you. And now this doesn't affect everyone, but some people just let politics take over their life, and if you don't have the same opinion, they might go stabby stab stab, bye bye. I know that sounded like a carefree way of saying it, but still, like, this is bad. So, what could you do to stop it? There's stuff I can do, definitely. But, like, be more motivational. I know that's something that sounds very corny and cheesy, but yeah, sometimes a few kind words can really bring up someone's day if they're having a very bad one. Now, don't just over-sprinkle it, because that's horrible, and probably will just make a compliment seem less and less. But just kind of sprinkle it occasionally when someone's feeling down. And also, use stuff like screen time to hold on to some control, I guess, because your kid can't watch as much, and there are settings in there that allow you to make it where your kid can't watch certain things. So yeah, like, there's many options there. I know I only brought 2, but there's still plenty more, like looking at your kid's watch history on YouTube or something to make sure it all works out. There's just lots of things you can do. Well, that'll be it for me today. Thank you for looking at this word thingy of the week. Hope you guys, okay, I can't believe I'm saying this. Please subscribe to join the crew. That still cracks me up every time. Just got from a very serious talk to a silly joke. Yeah, well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you guys later, and goodbye.